Welcome to Fan for Racing Radio. I'm Fan for Racing Sharon, and joining me tonight is Jay Huseman, and we are here for the Portland preview for the ARCA West Series. Another road course on the schedule, Jay.
It is, and for the West Series, real interesting since the Xfinity is out there. We're going to look at the entry list here in a minute. A couple of drivers on there, quite the mixture, as well as Greg Biffle for the second time this year.
Oh, how about that? Let's go ahead and get started then with our notes here. The Portland 112 will take place at Portland International Raceway at Portland, Oregon on Friday, August the 29th at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 p.m. Pacific time, and it will be available via live streaming on Flow Racing.
Now, this ARCA Series West Series, again, it will race the Portland 112 at Portland International Raceway. It's the second and final road course race of the season. It'll also be the 8th race of 12 total for the West Series here in 2025.
Awesome. Now, William Sawalich in the number 18 Starkey Sound Gear Toyota is entered to defend his victory on the 1.967 mile 12-turn road course. Sawalich won the previous road course race in 2025 at Sonoma Raceway. He held off Alon in the number 25 JSSI Toyota and Christian Eckes in the number 19 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet in a furious last lap battle.
And that was a great one. It would be awesome to see one like that again. And I mentioned this, Greg Biffle is going to be in the number 24 Sigma Performance Services Chevrolet. He's making his second consecutive ARCA Menard Series West start. He's driving for team owner Joe Fari. Biffle, the 1999 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series winner at Portland International Raceway, finished third at Tri-City Raceway on August 9th.
And Thomas Annunziata is back in the number 70 Bayshore Mortgage Toyota, and he'll make his first ARCA Menard Series West start. We've seen him in the ARCA Menard Series, but not in the West. This time he's driving for Nitro Motorsports, and Annunziata won the ARCA Menard Series race at Lime Rock Park in June.
And I mentioned it, Sawalich, Eckes, and Annunziata are also competing in the NASCAR Xfinity Series race on Saturday, which is also out there at Portland. So that's why we see that double duty there for a couple drivers.
All right. And Trevor Huddleston in his number 50 High Point Racing Race Car Factory Ford leads the ARCA Menard Series West standings by 7 points over the Tri-City winner Kyle Keller in the number 71 Jan's Towing Jan's Racing Ford. Huddleston has 2 top 10 finishes in 3 starts at Portland International Raceway, a 7th in 2021 and an 8th in 2024. Keller finished 9th just last year. And we have an interview with Kyle Keller after he won at Tri-City Raceway. So if you haven't heard that interview, you want to go back and listen to that.
We also got Tanner Reif. He's in the number 13 Central Coast Cabinets Toyota. He's going to be joined by Ciudad Real, a Spain native, Fernando Navarrete, if I'm pronouncing that right. Holy cow. The number 3 Central Coast Cabinets Toyota. That'll be out of the Kelly Souza-owned Central Coast Racing Stable. Now, Reif won earlier this season at Tucson Speedway, while Navarrete is a 7-time winner in the GT Cup Open Europe AM class in Europe, which includes a win at Paul Ricard in France back in June of 2024.
And 2-time ARCA Menard Series East road course winner Dale Quarterly is in the field this week. He's driving that number 32 Van Dyke Recycling Solutions Chevrolet and will make his second West start of the season. Quarterly was running in the top 5 before an accident cut his day short at Sonoma Raceway. Quarterly has 3 career top 5 finishes in the ARCA Menard Series, and all on road courses, including a 5th place finish earlier this month at Watkins Glen International.
And this is going to be very unique. Drivers will not use the festival chicane, which is turns 1, 2, and 3, on the initial start or any subsequent restarts. Instead, they'll drive straight through to turn 4. So that's kind of different. They're unique. It's one of those things I understand maybe a little bit different, but I think it's cool. Always just that little bit of uniqueness for the ARCA Menards West Series here.
Now, there will be one scheduled break at or near lap 28. Teams can make adjustments or repairs or repairs, add fuel, but they cannot change tires. Any tire changes will be on an emergency basis only and must be approved by ARCA official. So that's kind of different as well, but something that happens in the ARCA Menards Series.
Now, again, to catch this race, you want to watch the Portland 112. It'll be streamed live on Flow Racing starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, Friday, August 29th. Race will also be broadcast on select affiliates of the MRN radio network nationwide and MRN.com. Live timing and scoring data will be available on arcaracing.com. And for up-to-the-minute updates, you can follow at ARCA_racing on X, which is formerly known as Twitter.
Okay, let's take a look at the entry list here. We mentioned a couple of drivers that kind of were contenders last year. I do see Christian Eckes on the entry list and William Sawalich.
Right, and that's where I get excited for. We talked about the 3 that were in that ferocious battle, as they described it at Sonoma. You can throw in there Greg Biffle as well. But then you also got a couple, obviously the regulars that are competing for the ARCA Menards Series West Championship. The other one I'd highlight there is the number 6 of Jerry Pitts is going to be Caleb Schrader out of Tigard, Oregon. Again, that hometown favorite or area favorite, if you will.
David McGrath is coming from Phoenix, Arizona. He'll be in the number 14 for his own team with Zach McGrath on the pit box.
I think the rest of them are pretty much regulars. Austin Varco, I don't know that I've seen that one real often anyway, out of Bonita, California, being a Jonathan Reume Chevrolet, the number 72. That's the only other one that I see that isn't a regular contender. There are a couple of TBAs to be announced, or one of them anyway, the number 23, that we don't have a driver listed for.
And I believe I count 19 drivers on the entry list this week for Portland.
Yeah, and that is a big field. Again, we have the Xfinity Series out there, so we see 3 of them that are doing double duty and a couple other additional ones. So a good field of cars, and that just makes road course racing all that more exciting. Again, I know it'd be a lot to ask to have a repeat of that Sonoma Showdown 3-wide photo finish, but I think these drivers could put it on and maybe even have a few different ones in the mix this time.
Perhaps so. I'm looking forward to it. And if you're not subscribed to Flow Racing, this is a good time to subscribe to be able to watch this race, because I think it is going to be an exciting one. Okay, we mentioned that Trevor Huddleston is 7 points ahead of Kyle Keller, who's in second place. Right behind Kyle Keller, just 8 points back of him, is Tanner Reif in third place. 30 points back of the leader is Eric Johnson Jr., and Robbie Keneally holds down the top 5 spot, and he's 34 points back. In sixth place is Blake Lothian. He's 63 points back. David Smith, a Canadian driver, is holding down the 7th place spot. Jake Bowman in 8th, Todd Souza in 9th, and Jonathan Reume, another driver from Canada, holds down that top 10 spot. So pretty cool. Now, 7 of those drivers have raced in all 7 races so far this year. Jake Bowman and Todd Souza both have 5 races in the books, and Jonathan Reume is in 10th place with just 4 races in the books for him.
And I think that the interesting thing to watch will be the top points battle. You mentioned just the 7-point gap. Tanner Reif has that opportunity, I think, to try and close up, but we heard Trevor Huddleston's stats there at Portland. But again, with a full field and some Xfinity drivers, again, if William Sawalich, Eckes, and Alon are the ones battling it out up front, if that could really mix up some of these point standings, but it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Again, 30, what did we say? That's 8 out of 12. There's only 4 races remaining. So you want to close that points gap and not have to make it all up in one race.
Yes, indeed. And it is going to be tough competition with the drivers like Greg Biffle in the field. Christian Eckes is back. He was a strong contender last year, as we've mentioned earlier. So I think this is a do not miss race, Jay.
I would have to agree. And obviously, being from Minnesota, I'm still going to pull for William Sawalich to win it again. I think that's been huge for him. I know on the Xfinity side, he's starting to show progression. Probably not going to make the playoffs unless he gets a win, but that could come on the road course there for the Xfinity Series as well. But I think these races have really been a confidence booster for him. So that's always an open discussion of should these guys be jumping into lower series like this. Again, the other drivers, they appreciate it because they know, hey, if we're going to move up to the Xfinity Series, we got to be able to beat them. So to have them there, they learn from them. Is one aspect, but there's value to it as far as these younger drivers that maybe move up at a young age and start getting beat down a little bit to come back and get that confidence back.
Now, we are going to continue to do some more previews here tonight. We have previews coming up here for Xfinity Series at Portland, the Truck Series at Darlington. They'll be racing on Saturday. And on Sunday, 2 races. We'll have the Cup Series at Darlington, and we'll have the ARCA Menard Series racing on dirt again, this time at DuQuoin Fairgrounds. So a lot of racing going on this weekend. So we've got quite a few previews to take care of here tonight.
Yeah, and the thing I like, we got 2 on the West Coast there, 2 on the East Coast with Darlington, and 1 dead center of the Midwest in Illinois. So yeah, racing going on everywhere. You're right.
Yes, indeed. And then on the other side of the race weekend, we will be back with reviews, and I think I'll be doing those myself.
I was going to say, no, you talk about myself being racing. I'll be in Jackson on Friday, Saturday, up in Columbia, Tennessee on Sunday and Monday with a county fair and some jump and run. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing my own racing thing this weekend. A lot of it, a lot of traveling.
Well, I will be doing all of those reviews, and we'll get them out as quickly as I can. We might not be doing a Hot Topics this week then either.
Yeah, I know we had talked about that and maybe doing that as far as on Tuesday, being that it is a holiday Monday anyway. All right.
Okay, so with that, we never want to leave our show without saying thank you to everyone who's tuning in. We do appreciate each and every one of you. If you have any comments about anything that we share with you on the previews, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. But we appreciate you taking the time to listen. And with that, Jay, I think we're ready to move on to the next video, and we'll see everybody there.
All right, we'll travel to the East Coast.